if I told you, a girl in her 20s, no money, no family name, no trust fund, just walked straight into the most elite rooms in New York City, and every single person in those rooms believed she was worth $60 million. She charmed bankers. She walked out of five-star hotels without paying. She looked her closest friends in the eye and lied to every single one of them.
And she almost got away with it. One of the most audacious scams this country has ever seen. This is Anna Delvey. And she was never, not for a single second, who she told you she was.
Her real name, Anna Sorokin. Born in Russia, 1991, grew up in a quiet, ordinary suburb in Germany. Her dad drove trucks for a living. Nothing about her background said heir to a $60 million fortune. But Anna had a picture in her head, a life of luxury, art, power, real power. And she made a decision the fastest way into that world was not working for it. It was performing it. 2013. She lands in New York City. She got a polished German accent she had been practicing, designer clothes all on credit, and a story, a very specific story, a trust fund. Swiss bank account, 60 million euros.
She renamed herself Anna Delvey, and New York believed every word of it.
Here is what most people miss. Anna was not just playing the part. She was building the machine behind it, brick by brick. She checked into the 11 Howard Hotel, the Beekman, the W, thousands of dollars a night. And she was paying with cards that were already maxed out, or checks she knew full well were never going to clear. She tipped like she had money to burn, dressed like she had never heard the word budget, and she name-dropped relentlessly, until the people she was name-dropping started name-dropping her back. She got herself into Soho House. She was at Fashion Week, sitting at dinner tables with actual billionaires, real ones, and not a single person at those tables thought to ask, "Hold on, who exactly are you?" Why did no one question her? Because she acted like someone who had never once been questioned in her life. And in New York's elite world, that's all it takes. Confidence is the currency. And then she went bigger. She pitched her master plan, the Anna Delvey Foundation, a private members arts club, $40 million, Park Avenue. She did not just want to belong to New York's elite world. She wanted to own a piece of it.
City National Bank was this close to handing her a $22 million loan. All she needed was a small bridge loan to get started. And that is exactly where the whole thing began to fall apart.
The banks started comparing notes. And the checks, the ones she had been writing with total confidence, started bouncing. One after another. And it was not just banks. Her closest friend Rachel found herself completely stranded in Morocco because Anna had asked her to put $62,000 on her personal credit card for what was supposed to be a luxury trip for both of them.
Anna promised she would pay it all back. She did not pay back a cent, and Rachel, out of options, went to the police.
2017. Anna Sorokin is arrested at a California rehab facility. And yes, she had not paid that bill either. At trial in 2019, she showed up in designer outfits every single day. Reports say she spent $320,000 of her own legal retainer money meant for her defense on clothes and a personal stylist. The jury was not impressed. They convicted her on 8 counts of theft and grand larceny.
The judge sentenced her to 4 to 12 years in prison, and when given the chance to speak, her response was 3 words: "I am not sorry."
So here is the real question. How does someone fool this many smart, experienced, powerful people? Psychologists have a name for it: social proof cascading. The moment one credible person in a room believes you are legitimate, everyone else assumes that person already did the due diligence, so they do not bother. Anna also weaponized a specific bias. Rich people don't look poor, and poor people don't act rich. She broke the pattern, and the brain fills in the gaps. And she understood something genuinely dark about how that world works. Nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to be the person who raises their hand and says, "Hang on, are you actually wealthy?" Because if they are wrong about you, they don't just look rude, they look naive. And in that world, looking naive is the one thing no one can afford.
Anna didn't beat the system. She never had to. She went one level deeper, and she conned the psychology that holds the system together.
In 2021, Anna was deported to Germany. Then, and this is not a joke, she was brought back to the US and detained by ICE for overstaying her visa. And while she was sitting in that detention center, Netflix paid her $320,000 for the rights to her story. Today, she has close to 200,000 Instagram followers. She's done interviews. She launched a clothing line. She's selling her own artwork. And somehow, against all logic, Anna Delvey is still Anna Delvey. Maybe the most New York ending possible. If you want to go deeper on the psychology of confidence scams, subscribe, because we have got more of these coming.